As we all know, being the avid NBA fans that we are, we did expect some major moves to come from the NBA trade deadline this season, and they definitely did. But what I definitely did not expect to see coming out of this trade deadline was a new force to be reckoned with in the NBA. And if any of you guys have somehow not caught on yet and not seen the title of this video, yes, I am referring to Aaron Gordon and the Denver Nuggets. As if you have not been paying too much attention to what this team has been doing over the course of the last 2 weeks, I think I can confidently speak for myself as well as everybody else who has been watching the Denver Nuggets that this team has a brand new look to them, and it is scary, especially getting closer to the 2021 NBA playoffs. But there's really one specific reason that I have picked up on with watching the Denver Nuggets so far since this trade that is really seeming to fly under the radar in terms of not a lot of people realizing that this is actually happening, and this is the reason. And this is what we are going to be getting into in today's video. If you are an NBA fan and this is your first time checking out this channel of mine, believe me, you have come to the right place. In fact, I'm going to stop this video right now for any of you newcomers. I'm going to give you all 5 seconds to go down below and subscribe. Believe me, you guys, you are not going to regret doing this. I promise you this, as we are coming out with brand new NBA videos around here on a daily basis, covering pretty much any NBA topic you can possibly think of. So to any of you that do this for me, thank you guys so much. But without further ado, let's get into this video. Now, I think I can also pretty confidently say as a neutral NBA fan that when most of us saw the trade for the Denver Nuggets acquiring Aaron Gordon, we really didn't think much of it in the end. We kind of just pushed it off to the side and said to ourselves, hey, it was a good addition for the Denver Nuggets, but I really don't think this is going to be anything special that gets them over the hump and potentially to the NBA Finals. And I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm coming on this video and telling you guys that the Denver Nuggets move for acquiring Aaron Gordon has made them the odds-on favorite to win the NBA title in 2021. But hey, I'm going to keep it as real as I possibly can. The Denver Nuggets have been taking over since they have acquired this man, and they are flying under the radar while doing so. As since acquiring Aaron Gordon, this Denver Nuggets team has not lost a single game. Yes, you are hearing this correctly. The Denver Nuggets have not lost a single game since throwing Aaron Gordon into their starting rotation, and in fact they have never won a game by less than 5 points in that span, which is pretty crazy to me, you guys, because this Denver Nuggets team has been a team that has seemingly been up and down so far throughout the course of the 2021 season, as they have relatively been in the 5 to 8 seed spot for the course of the entire season so far, kind of fluctuating between the positions, not really making it into the top 4 at any given point. And now all of a sudden, the next thing I know, I look at the NBA standings, and what do you know, the Denver Nuggets are currently sitting at 4th place in the Western Conference, and currently sitting at a 33-18 record and only 3.5 games out of the number 2 seed in the West. I feel like it is nothing less than very achievable for this Denver Nuggets team to get even hotter than they are right now and make a push into the top 3 seeds going into the playoffs. And again, when the Denver Nuggets made this trade for Aaron Gordon, don't get me wrong, people definitely thought it was a good move, but nobody was expecting the Denver Nuggets to make the turnaround that they have in the previous weeks. But the main question obviously still sits present in our minds that yes, acquiring Aaron Gordon, who is a solid player, was definitely a decent move for the Nuggets. But what is the secret as to why the Denver Nuggets are doing so much better with this man in their rotation? Now it's time to dive into this and do some research. Now, I feel like when a casual, neutral NBA fan thinks about Aaron Gordon, they think about a very solid player at that, but definitely not a player that is fit to be the first or second option on a championship contending team. This isn't meant to bash Aaron Gordon in any way, I just feel like these are the facts. And to be quite fair, for most of his career in Orlando so far, this is the position that he was asked to fulfill. And in an example, I'm going to give you a basic rundown of some of the statistics for Aaron Gordon with Orlando this year in terms of the role he was asked to do. As in all the games Aaron Gordon played in Orlando this year, he was averaging typically 64 touches of the ball per game, 3.4 dribbles per touch, and 0.9 points per chance, while also putting up some decent major area averages of 14.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 4.2 assists per game. And obviously these are some pretty good averages for a player like Aaron Gordon. I know the situation in Orlando was a bad one at that, but still, you got to give a man credit where it is due. However, now let's take a look at the statistics involving Aaron Gordon in terms of the role he is being asked to fulfill for this Denver Nuggets team. As so far in his 7 games as a Denver Nugget, he has been averaging 32 touches per game and 1.2 dribbles per touch while getting 1.2 points per chance. And with these statistics in terms of how much he is touching the ball and scoring while doing so, he is averaging so far 12.5 points, 4.2 rebounds, and 2.7 assists per game. Now, for any of you stat junkies that are watching this video and realize the pretty substantial difference in terms of his numbers with the Orlando Magic and the Denver Nuggets, while also taking into account the number of times he is touching the basketball per game, along with this scoring with each opportunity that he gets, these numbers once again are pretty crazy, as he has relatively been handling the basketball half the amount of time on the basketball court compared to what he was doing with the Orlando Magic, yet for the most part he is still playing up to his standards and averaging pretty much the exact same numbers he was in Orlando. Just a quick shout out to Kevin O'Connor for giving me this amazing stat. Once again, you have to give a man credit where it is due, and this stat is brilliant. But going off of what the genius Kevin O'Connor has just provided us in terms of statistical evidence, I really do feel that Aaron Gordon being traded away from the Orlando Magic and being thrown into a brilliant system here with the Denver Nuggets has essentially introduced to the entire NBA the player and the role Aaron Gordon is perfectly meant to fulfill for an NBA team. As, don't get me wrong, I do know the man is still only 25 years old. He still has a lot of improving to do in terms of his basketball skill set, but this situation he has been thrown into in Denver simply seems to be a match made in heaven. As we also refer to another statistic for further reference, in the Nuggets' first 5 games with Aaron Gordon in their rotation, Aaron Gordon himself put up a plus minus of plus 69, which was the highest by far on the entire team over that span, which is a pretty good stat to have. But I mean, you have to think about this as well, that this was literally his first 5 games with the team. The chemistry between Aaron Gordon and the Denver Nuggets team around him seemed to be flawless from the jump, which is sometimes pretty difficult for some NBA teams to do, especially when you're adding an NBA player at the caliber that Aaron Gordon has. And I don't know, you guys, there's really no statistic for what I'm about to say, but if you have watched the Denver Nuggets since they have acquired Aaron Gordon, it really does feel like a different and much more interesting team to watch. Like, I am not even a Denver Nuggets fan myself. I am just a man who loves to watch basketball, and trust me, when you are watching this Denver Nuggets team with adding Aaron Gordon, it just seems like it's something special. So I am highly encouraging you, if you have not done so already, to get out there and watch a Denver Nuggets game as soon as you possibly can and see what this team has up their sleeve. But you guys, after going through the crazy recent success of the Denver Nuggets after adding Aaron Gordon, I'm thinking that's going to mark the end of this video for today. Once again, you guys, don't forget to go down below, drop a like on the video if you did enjoy, and subscribe while you're down there. I've said it before and I will say it again, you guys, brand new NBA videos on a daily basis around here. You do not want to miss what we have coming forward on the channel in the near future. So once again, to each and every one of you that stuck around to the very end, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you to the moon and back. I can't say it enough, and I will see you guys in the next video.